Good evening, this is Aneja, and this is a video about the numerological analysis for October. I am hoping that, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I have a feeling that October onwards, things are going to get better. Um, why do I say that? Because 41 plus the 10, that is the number of October, adds to a 51, which is a 6, which is a very nurturing energy, nurturing to the mind, body, and soul. It is a very Vishnu and Lakshmi energy. So, the what this time I have done, this is a little lengthy this time. What I have done is not only have I written down the overall energies, I've also actually, because you know what I tend to do is every month, whenever I can get the time, I make date wise flyers or posts and I put up on Instagram, and I sometimes miss out on putting up on the other apps because they're not on my phone. So this time I've just written down everything from the 1st of October to the 31st. And this gives me a lot of clarity. I have not written anything here about the new moon and the full moon coming in October. I believe it's going to be in Libra or Scorpio. So I will talk about that when we do the tarot tomorrow, the general tarot for the month. And of course, I will be taking up questions. Other than that, I think I will just update you in case you're not aware, and inform you that there are two courses, because a lot of people keep asking me about angels, about how they work and what is it that they should do. I do put up some posts on my Instagram, but they're not so much in detail. So I'm coming up with two courses. One is for love and relationships, not just for the single, but also for it. Relationships is relationships with anyone and everyone. And one is for attracting prosperity and abundance or finance. So, what are the angels? What are the crystals and fragrances related to it? What are the color candles that you could use? And what are the rituals you could do? What are the prayers? How you can write down your prayers or say, and the angel hosting, and etc., etc., whatever extra. So I mean to say, not just the Catholic or Christian angels. They're not really Christian. They're also, most of them are the same in Islamic culture also, but they're equivalents in Hindu culture, so, or Hindu gods. So all of that, it's very much in detail. I've taken a lot of pains to gather and gather all the information in one and make it as useful as possible for you. It's going to be only a 1 day course, and in case you wish, you would like to do it or learn about it so that you can apply it in your life. Trust me, it's very helpful. They've helped me for so long, and I can't do without them. So, but knowing specific angels' names for specific matters really helps. Okay, coming to numerology. Now, this year is a 41 year, and 10 adds it to a 51. And again, we do have the 5 behind. I have not spoken about the natural calamities here, but natural calamities, I think there will be a lot of natural calamities, but they're more to do with man-made natural calamities this whole year, whatever that we've been saying. So I don't know if you know about HARP, but HAARP. Now, when you say number 6 months, 6 is about nurturing yourselves, nurturing others. It's about family, it's about children, it's about childhood, it's about romance, it's about your soulmate. Um, the overall energies are basically, because it is not 15, it is not 14, it is 51, or it is a 41. So it is more about um, man made rather than natural. But I would say that this is a month where everybody needs to understand that they need to shift to organic food or health food, and not the health food you see on your televisions. I'm talking about natural, organic, pesticide free, and GMO free food. This is a time when you need to shift and bring about changes in your lifestyle, and a lot of people will do that. They will realize more and more, as more and more people are realizing, people are making that shift. And this month will probably make more people do that shift, because maybe some more exposures. Other than that, this is a month where people would like to have fun. They would like to enjoy festivities, celebrations, go out, meet friends, spend time with friends. Um, a lot of people would um, actually overdo a little bit their addictions, or if I don't call it addictions, I would say pleasurable activities for them, like partying, drinking, smoking. I hope nobody does drugs, but that's a dream we all have. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of people who still do drugs. And when I say drugs, I'm talking about chemical drugs. And even if it is once in a while, but they do it, and for them that is pleasure. So a lot of people will do that. Unfortunately, that may not work out well. And if you do not take care of your health, and if you do not limit yourself, and do not stay away from indulging in these kinds of activities, you may end up falling sick. So, and you would not want to do that. Um there is a possibility that a lot of people may probably end up, having a heart attack or being hospitalized because of their health issues. Not many, but because I feel they may not really get the opportunity to even reach a hospital. Um, so heart attacks, heart fails, brain strokes are like that. I would suggest that if you are vaccinated, then whatever toxins or S proteins or graphene oxide, and try having, order some NAC tablets. You get it online, you get it at the chemist. NAC tablets with vitamin C. Try having those. Uh, and a lot of natural green tea. Now, when I say green tea, I do not mean the sachets that you get in the market. I'm talking about boiling soft, what is it called? I don't know what's called in English, but soft in water, jeera in water, jeera green tea, pudina patta in green tea, as in water, tulsi patta in water. Boil these. If you can find some ajwain in water, take these herbs. You can take cinnamon, you can take those flowers, star anise, boil them in water, drink that water. That is green tea. You can just if you want to have green leaves green tea, you can just buy some neem pattas or papita pattas, and you can make a green tea of that. So whatever green tea that you're talking about, if it is flowers, rose, jasmine, buy those flowers and make a green tea. Do not go by the sachets, please. Unless they are dried herbs that you get. um, you can use rosemary, you can use thyme, you can use basil, use lavender flowers, chamomile flowers. So if you, those green tea, those, that hot water. And if you can't get green tea, supposing you're in office and you cannot really afford to boil and make a green tea, what you can do is um, just have hot water with a little bit of dash of lemon in it. Lemon is vitamin C, and the best way of having vitamin C is eating lemon with the skin. Yes, with the skin. Orange juice, of course, flush it down with, as in flush down your food with orange juice, oranges are back in season. So these this is how you take care of your health, because a lot of people we see are dying with heart attacks. Unfortunately, as far as I'm concerned, unfortunately, more and more people are going in for getting the jab, and it's not working positively for everyone. uh, yes, many people are alive, fit, healthy, they're perfectly fine. Well, at least right now they are. And but we do see, and there are a lot of people who are dying due to a heart attack. So it is termed death due to a heart attack, but nobody really knows why that heart attack happened in the first place. Was there a blood clot? Was that blood clot there before they took the jab? What was that blood clot formed after they took that jab? So there is a lot of um, inquiry that could have helped to know the right numbers, but obviously we don't have that. Now, coming back to the energies, other than this, there may be some kind of lethargy that people may feel, but generally they're going to be very upbeat, very excited to, get back to work. And a lot of people may shift abroad for better prospects, or for education, for studies. And I see a lot of people shifting out of their home or from their cities and countries, and it could be for work or studies, or because if they're been working in one city but they're working from home, they'd rather go back home and work from there. So that kind of thing. Now, um, also what is happening is all the people who are vaccinated, they shed S protein, and that shedding happens through your breath, it happens through your skin, it happens through your sweat, and all this shedding affects the people who are not vaxxed. And at the end of the day, all this graphene oxide and S protein in your body and all of that, it makes you lethargic, it makes you tired, it makes you weak, it gives you that weakness. I mean, when I am around vaxxed people, I have not taken a single vaccination, and every single person around me is vaxxed. And when I'm around them the next day, I am so tired, so tired. I mean, it feels like I'm sick. It happens. So, well, I've been home, so I don't, I hardly ever go out. Sorry about that. So, but even if I do, I'd rather not take the vaccination. I don't believe in it anymore. And I actually never did. I never understood why. Because our body is perfectly capable of creating its immune system, its own immune system. Once you've had COVID, that is, if you've had, because you really cannot make out the difference because between common cold and cough and COVID. Anyway, coming back to this. Now, in this month, I see that the rise in stocks and shares in financial market last year really increased. Last month really came up, and this month I feel it is going to continue. It's going to continue, but it may be a fake rise, so that people buy more and more. And in case when the drop literally happens, the crash happens, um, it will create a lot of difficulties and issues for people who invested everything they have in it. So be very careful, keep your savings aside, keep your regular income aside, and if you do plan to invest more in stocks and shares, make sure it is only the extra that you invest in it. Just don't, allow yourself to be carried away. Do it, but don't get carried away is what I'm saying. Um, Other than that, a lot of people who have not had a job, they would probably find a job. And so actually I see October as a very good month overall, uh, for everybody. So they may find a job, and financially I see things getting better for people. uh, Incomes are getting better for small businesses or business oriented people. And now, coming to relationships, this is going to be a very mixed month, because being a 6 month and a 51 6 month, I would say that don't forget that there is Mercury retrograde in full force in October. Misunderstandings will happen. Don't try and sort them out in October. Wait till November. Write it down. Wait till November, first end of first week of November. Uh, and that is when you sort it out. Do not rush to take decisions of separation, divorce, or breakups, because you may really regret it later on. So, this is not a month to take those kinds of decisions. Also, many people may find their soulmate. Many people may get married. Now, when I say get married, it is, singles who go out, they find a soulmate, and they may just be thinking that, okay, let's see. But then suddenly that commitment or that decision to get married or be in a committed long-term relationship may happen just suddenly. And you know I believe that a lot of people will find their life partner. And some people may get married and move out of their home, like girls usually do that. But I'm talking here about even men, because nowadays homes are small. And if they are shifting to another city, like I said earlier, then that is another scenario. Now, mentally, at the mental level, it's a month where people may feel restless. Some may feel restless because of finances. Some may feel restless because of their love life. Some may feel restless because of the family atmosphere. Generally, people may feel restless. Some people may be prone to panic attacks or anxiety attacks. So I would really suggest that you please go in for some, do some grounding exercises on a daily basis. If you can, go and sit on the beach or in a park for even 10 minutes. That'll really help you. If you have a park in your if a huge tree in your compound or something, maybe you can go and sit under it. Try and lie down on your floor for 5-10 minutes. Maybe you can sit on the floor and watch your television. Connecting with Mother Earth is very important. It's going to be very important for the next few months. Grounding is going to be very important. So make sure you don't miss out on that. If you cannot do that, wherever you are, just do some 10 minutes of pranayam or deep breathing exercises and meditation. I have put up so many meditation videos. There are grounding meditation videos. You can always go back to that and do that before you go to sleep. um, that is one thing for mental, because it may create the mental anxiety or restlessness, may create false pictures in your mind, in your subconscious mind. And you may operate out of fear and take wrong decisions. So, for God's sake, please do some grounding and do not let fear, anxiety, or anything affect you. You can go and do the cord cutting with fear and cord cutting with situations meditation, which are there below. I think I will just put all the meditations in one playlist, because otherwise then you have to keep scrolling. I'll do that soon. Now, other than that, and emotionally, people may actually feel very upbeat, like I said, and that is what will make them behave a little dominant and aggressive. They may want to uh, always want to prove themselves right, or want to be accepted as what you're saying is right. So that tendency may be there a little bit. So try, like I said, grounding will help, but try, and because it's also a Mercury retrograde, review, realign with yourself, remember, or any words with RE. Keep going back to that. Review what you said, rethink what you're about to say, and reorganize your facts in your mind. So these things are going to be very important. And this is the only thing that may actually create issues. Now, one very important thing I found out, or I realized initially when I was doing the overall energies, it was there in my mind, but while writing all this down somewhere, it slipped that number 6, 51/6, is got to do with films. It's got to do with media. It's got to do with Hollywood and Bollywood and all the woods. So there is going to be a shift that will happen, and I feel that there is going to be certain exposures. There is going to be certain deaths. I also feel that there is a possibility that some actress, like in Bollywood, some not very famous, but some rising actress may actually be killed, and it'll be termed as a suicide. In Hollywood, I see that there is another woman, and this month is going to be about women, because it's, it adds to a 6, and it's a very feminine energy. Although October, the 1, is a very masculine energy. So earlier I thought maybe it would be a transgender, which is also a possibility that the woman may actually be a transgender. I'm talking about Hollywood. I don't know about Bollywood. I will find that out. But definitely there's a woman. In Hollywood, some actress or somebody from the film industry may die in an accident or a natural calamity. There may be one, there may be more, but there will be certain exposures, and there will be karmic justice, not legal justice. Karmic justice that will happen in October. Don't forget that 6 is the number of lovers, and it is ruled by Gemini, and 15 is the devil, but here we have the 51, so the reverse. So some kind of karmic justice I see happening in Hollywood, but unfortunately not in Bollywood. Uska bhi time aa jayega. So this, and another thing, 6 is 6, since 6 is related to food, I see that restaurants, bars and all will do very well. But farmers, it's related to land, it's related to food. Farmers, the protest of farmers that's been going on, that I feel may get little intense, because somebody among them will probably sell their soul and join the negative or the political gang, and will probably take money and will create certain disturbances or probably deaths or I don't know what among the farmers, and create certain issues, or maybe go sign on behalf of the farmers and come back. They would trust him, but he would probably go, cheat them. So I do see a lot of cheating here happening, and I do see a lot of fight happening, like literally physical fight. So yes, if this happens, there is also a possibility that the fight may happen between the governments. The government may cheat them, and there will be a tussle, a physical tussle or fight between the government authorities and the farmers. So that is one thing that I definitely see happening this month. Now, when I have written down from the 1st of October to the 31st, it's a long list, and certain dates are grouped, as in certain events that may uh, carry over in the next day or the next few days. So I'm not going to read out each day out to you or the date out to you, but I'll just read out the sequence how I have written, so that from the beginning onwards how the energies are going to manifest. We'll see. Now, beginning with, like I said, the protests, the farmers protests. So other than that, there are a lot of protests going on world over. Understand that when I'm doing this reading, it's for world over. When it is meant for India, I specify that. uh, there are a lot of protests going on against the lockdowns, against the vaccinations, forced vaccinations, and these protests are only going to be intensified. Now, like I said earlier, that the natural calamities are happening due to harm. They are being created by mankind, not by nature. Uh, these natural calamities, so when the protests do, the intensity increases, and at the same time I see certain earth activity, mother earth activity, as in natural calamities like earthquakes, volcanoes and all, amplifying and happening in the world, and a lot of deaths happening due to either the protests or the natural calamities. So yes, in this month I do see a lot of deaths happening other than the health issues. Now this could also mean that the deaths are sudden because of the heart attacks and other medical reasons, but I see more of it happening due to natural calamities and tussles and tyranny of the authorities and frustration of people. I just hope that it is not suicide, but obviously there is a possibility if somebody is there are certain major issues, because the anxiety level is going to be high, the panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and mercury retrograde. So I do see that that is a possibility. A lot of family moves away, many people step down from their positions or will be removed, and here I am talking about the politics. I'm talking about the large companies. I'm talking about people at higher position. There may be a lot of arrests and police torture. The workplace changes, justice begins to happen, or people take law in their hands. So justice does happen in certain places, and in certain places people may be forced to take law in their hands and protest, and the face of work, jobs, working, how you work, where you work, how you go about doing things, that may change. People may demand to work from home, or the certain companies may demand that you come back, but you come back vaccinated, and all that scenario about work and vaccination and work from home and all that, there is going to be some kind of a shift in that, and it's not a very easy shift. There is a lot of clashes involved there as well. Possibility of lockdown being imposed in certain cities. Many people may die. Accidents may be flight crash or major disasters. So accidents due to flight crash is definitely there, because Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn are in retrograde, and Pluto, which was in Capricorn, has moved on to Sagittarius and it is in retrograde. And so that is another part of it. But other than that, the numbers on a daily basis. So this is what I'm talking about, is the 8th of October. So on a daily 8th and 9th of October, this is on a daily basis, the dates that I see these things happening. And some political drama may possibly unfold over this period, which is the 10th of October. And that will happen because of people uh, demanding, maybe over social media, or questioning the government and protesting. This, let's say, is a period when major shifts happen to heal Mother Earth, and there will be a lot of, I'll come to that, very important day when things, that is the 12th of October, destined as per karmic deaths, that is karmic justice. Example, people voice their concerns and healers become active, sending healing energy to Mother Earth. I would request all of you all also to do this on the 12th and 13th of October. Focus during this period is going to be children from the 9th of October onwards. Please take care of children, and something about children would probably be exposed, or maybe the schools may reopen and the children may be asked to or forced to take the vaccination. There is nothing like that. A children has to go to school. There are online education, there are homeschooling. You don't need certificate to, do a business. You need talent. You need to learn how to, do certain things. So based on the interest of the child, probably, I mean, in the earlier times, there was gurukul and there was homeschooling, and children just took over whatever business of the family used to be. They did not really bother. Till date, I know of people who don't even finish, or probably just do 10 standard for the heck of it, and after that they're just handling their father's business. And you don't need any degree and certificate to do that. If nothing, you can always go back to farming. Learn how to do that from people who are already doing it. For this, if your child is going to be vaccinated to go to school, you are injecting poison in that child. Is that education more important than the life of your child? You would do that. What if the child doesn't survive for more than 3 years? It's a risk you'll be taking, because remember, the vaccines are on trial. Okay. Now, focus is going to be children. There may be certain exposures on the media. We begin regarding the children. You know what I'm talking about. Human trafficking, adrenochrome. Maybe that certain exposures may begin on the media. Possibly some law regarding children would be announced or enforced. This could be for the teens. So please take care and use your brains. Do your research well before you push your children into the jaws of death, I would say. It which will not go down well with the public, and there may be an uproar where the children may also want to join these protests. This is a month of learning from 18th October onwards. This is going to be a month of learning. Now on, and a lot happens to enlighten people about the real facts, shaking their beliefs in science and the medical fraternity, medical science, and the pharma industry, the pharma mafia, I would say. This is a time to dig deep and analyze the patterns in history. Also, there may be certain archaeological discoveries, or maybe certain graves are dug up, maybe certain children's graves like they were earlier exposed, maybe some more of them are exposed. Discoveries of certain such elements and happenings in the past may come to the fore. Natural disasters may expose a lot and destroy the secret hideouts and plans of the elite, Illuminati, criminals, the Clintons, the Queens. Oh, the one thing I forgot to tell you is the Queen of England may die this month. I definitely feel she's going to die. Maybe we'll find out when we do the tarot reading tomorrow. Food industry sees a definite shift. People go organic and begin to realize, which I said in the overall energies, but here date wise I see towards the third week of October I see this happening, begin to realize the need to nurture their health and their old traditional ways of growing and eating food. So the old traditions do come back slowly but surely, and they need to come back, and which is a good thing. Habits, the modern age habits start breaking, need to give up addictions and the modern way of life in a lot of things. This is a realization that people will have, because they will learn a lot, because a lot will be exposed, and because they will start valuing the old ways of existence that used to be and how safe they were. Disasters will further fund the pharma are hugely possible towards the end of October. Certain disasters may happen, which are going to be, now they could be man-made disasters, they could be beneficial to the pharma industry, meaning that people may fall sick, or they may go through certain natural disasters or man-made disasters, which will end up the people going to hospitals, and try not to go to the hospitals. And if anybody is in hospital, make sure that one of your family members is always with them, just to make sure that they are safe and not killed. There may be a possibility of a fire in a hospital or a pharma industry. Time to make, and towards the last few days, it's time to make money, spend money, and the share market may rise further. So it is a good time financially of the finance market, and the global finance market may rise. So overall, it's a mixed month, like every month, and I don't think there will be, any major lockdowns, at least not in India. About the other cities, when we do a live tomorrow, you can ask me as per cities and countries. There are strict measures happening and being enforced in a lot of places, especially in Australia, which, if I'm not wrong, I think Prince Harry of England, Charles of England owns. He is the one who supposedly owns Australia. Like the Queen of England is the Queen of England. He is the one who holds the reins of Australia. And the Canadians in Canada, they have overthrown the rule of the Queen there. But that's something similar probably needs to happen very soon in Australia. And keeping my fingers crossed, I'm sure it will. It will. I'm 100% sure. We'll find out tomorrow. Meanwhile, you take good care of yourself. Don't forget to share this video. It is, according to a lot of date-wise analysis that I've done, I know it's a little lengthy, but it will only help to go back to, maybe you can even write down pointers, and in case you wish a personal reading for yourself, you can always get in touch with me on my social media. Right now, there is some issue with my website. So my website is not working, but I'm there on social media, and you have my numbers. You can always get in touch with me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 810-8872-131. India code is +91. So take care and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.